Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Merry Christmas. As I record this is actually Christmas Eve, because I was not about to make people come out and watch me on actual Christmas Day. We are going to be finishing out the year with a fully requested game. Our main hero today is Zontan, created by Zontan. He's from Zontan, and he asked for these specific heroes. So we've got Novice Tavera Vashini, we've got the Invincible Gold Dragon, and we have Kaiba Man. He wanted to fight Tiamat, so we're going to be fighting T14M4T, which is a variant made by Jacob Busby, and we'll be playing in the Temple of Zhulong. I don't know why he picked all of these things, but I'm sure it'll be a fun time. Tiamat says, put H-3 environment cards into the villain player area face down, shuffle her 3 heads and put one of them into play, so we're starting with Eye of the Storm. Tiamat gains the title and keywords of the current head in play and is immune to its primary damage type. When Tiamat is defeated, set the current head aside, put one of the remaining heads into play. When all 3 heads have been defeated, restore Tiamat to 16 HP, shuffle all 3 heads, put one into play at random, and flip this card. Now that doesn't quite make sense. And let's see, at the end of the villain turn, put the top environment card in the villain player area face down. If you can't, Tiamat corrupts the internet and the heroes lose the game. Ooh, this could be bad, actually, in Temple of Zhulong. Otherwise, Tiamat then deals the hero with the highest HP X energy damage, or X the number of face down environment cards in the villain player area, because they're not indestructible or anything, so we can do something about it. I don't expect this to go very well, and that's just because I have a bad track record with Tiamat, but here we go. Element of Fire. Deals each hero target 2 plus X fire damage, or X number of Element of Fire cards in the villain trash. The hero with the most cards in play may not play cards till the start of the next villain turn, so everybody take 2. Gosh, does anyone have a way to get around that? I think we're going to give that to Gold Dragon, because he's at least got something else to do. End of turn, we get the top card of the environment deck down there. And then the main character hits Zontan for 2, and then this hits the hero target with the highest HP for 2 lightning damage. Okay, I'm going to leave the hit points on this just because that makes it a target, and we'll go with when this would be destroyed, restore it to 16 HP, we get a different head, and then we have to go through all 3 of them. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, let's go ahead and drain life. She deals up to 5 targets, 1 infernal damage each, so she'll hit both the villain targets. For every 2 damage she deals this way, discard a card from the top of your deck, because she's like Star Knight, which is to say Star Knight is like Tavera. Player discard a card. During your draw phase, if you discard it this way, draw an extra card. Play Focus. Draw a card. With the bottom card of your deck into your hand, discard a card. Do that, and I'm going to say I discarded a card so I can draw an extra card. Alright, so Gold Dragon is going to switch to his Dragon character card. That's right, when he's been dealt 7 or more damage than switching to this card, he switches back. And draw a card. Let's start with playing Maiden with Eyes of Blue. The first time each round this card will be dealt damage by a non-hero card, prevent it. If you do, put a copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it. And then his power is you may play a card. If you do, Kaiba Man deals himself 2 radiant damage. If you played a target, increase this damage by 1. We're going to go ahead and do exactly that. Play Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, which demands a tribute, so we destroy that card, what we just played. He hits himself for 3. Could be worse. Draw a card. Increase damage dealt by this card by 1 for every 2 dragons in your trash. Let's keep track of that. And in return, this card may deal a target 3 radiant damage. Go ahead and do that. We'll start Zontan off with some quick thinking. Search your deck for a spell and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. You may draw 2 cards or play a spell. Alright, we're going to start with Los. Put that in hand. I'm going to go ahead and play that. The first time any hero target would be dealt damage by any non-hero target each turn, prevent that damage. Then Zontan deals himself X irreducible psychic damage, where X is the amount of damage prevented minus 2. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. We're going to use this to protect Gold Dragon for at least a round. His power is Channeling. You may draw a card or play a spell. Do I have any spells in hand? I do not, so we will just draw 2 cards. Temple of Zhulong plays an Apprentice Poisoner. She is hitting the Shining Dragon and Kaiba Man and Tiamat. Alright, start a turn. Whoops, Gold Dragon can play cards again. Tiamat plays Dragon's Wrath, increase damage dealt by heads by 1. End of turn, we get another card and hit Zontan again for 3. Darn, that means that's going to hit him. Or it's going to go off for him, so instead of taking 3, we prevent that, and he hits himself for 1. And then Eye of the Storm hits also Zontan for 3 lightning damage. Okay. Piercing Blow. Sounds like a good time for that. You may destroy an ongoing card. Let's do that. Move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Tavera deals X irreducible melee damage for X twice the number of cards. Move this way. Move this card to the bottom of your deck. I've got a bunch of cards. Let's go ahead and do 2 cards to the bottom of the deck. So she will hit Tiamat for 4. And then bury that card. Power. Let's go ahead and play Flame Blade. When you play this card at the start of your turn, move 0, 1, or 2 cards to the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. 0 cards move this way, destroy this card. If 2 cards move this way, Tavera's fire damage becomes radiant and irreducible till the end of turn. We'll just go ahead and move 1 to keep it in play. draw a card. Gold Dragon can do something finally. I guess I'll start with the Frost Imbued Orb. So Gold Dragon may deal cold damage instead of energy damage. Increase cold damage dealt by Gold Dragon by 1. And Dragon says when Gold Dragon deals cold damage, you may destroy this card to reduce damage dealt by the damaged target by 1 till the start of your next turn. That might be very helpful. His power is the old one, 2. Gold Dragon deals target 1 melee and 1 energy damage. Let's make that 2 cold damage. Hit Tiamat for 3. And yeah, I'll go ahead and destroy that for the damage reduction. It'll hopefully be useful. Draw a card. Alright, Kaiba Man. Ooh, Dragon Revival Rhapsody. Put a target from your trash into play. How about the Maiden with Eyes of Blue? If there's both a dragon and a non-dragon, non-character target in Kaiba's play area, you may play a card. That's a dragon, that's not. Let's go ahead and play Crush Card Virus. Kaiba deals a target 3 toxic damage. Let's hit the Poisoner. Everybody take 1. We'll prevent the damage going to Gold Dragon, and Zontan hits himself for negative damage. And we prevent the damage dealt to Maiden with Eyes of Blue, which means that I can grab a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck. So that comes out and immediately gets hit for 1. Totally worth it though. Tiamat and the Head and Tovera. If a target was destroyed this way, it was Kaiba deals each villain target 2 toxic damage. Nice. It's too bad there's nothing for him to do if he doesn't play a card. Let's go ahead and play this last card. Why the hell not? It's Pandemic Dragon. If he hits himself for 3, draw a card. Then we get to do all this stuff. This deals a target 3 radiant damage. Is anybody doing less damage? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll hit Tiamat for 3. So the way that we're playing this is we take Eye of the Storm out of play and replace it with Mouth of the Inferno. Heal that back up to full. Heal this back up to full. Blue Eyes White Dragon hits Tiamat for 2 radiant damage, and Pandemic Dragon deals up to 3 targets 1 toxic damage each. We'll just hit both of them. Okay, that was a pretty good turn for Kaiba Man there. Start of my turn, I can destroy this card. Let's keep that going. It's been pretty decent so far. Laboratory Session. Each hero reveals the top card of their deck. Play up to 3 of those cards, discard the others. Zontan deals himself X irreducible psychic damage, where X is the number of cards played this way, plus 1. So he gets another Laboratory Session. Hell yeah, we're going to play that. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Natural Talent, and Ice Shield. Okay, we'll discard the Ice Shield, play the rest. So Gold Dragon can use additional power during his power phase. When this card enters play, destroy a non-character target in Kaiba's play area. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Maiden again. Once per turn this card deals damage, you may discard a card. If you do, this card deals a target X radiant damage, where X is the amount of damage dealt this way. Wow. I feel like I've never actually played this deck this well before. And then we'll play that one. Everybody reveal the top card of your deck. We can discard that. That's no problem. That's another target for Kaiba. Why not? Card is dealt damage. Increase the next damage deals by 2. Cool. Gold Dragon gets a Frost Imbued Orb. Awesome. Tovera gets Storm Surge. Ooh. You may destroy an environment card. We're going to destroy one of the ones in the villain play area and not move anything for the extra damage. So he hits himself for a grand total of 6. Okay, that was his play phase. Power. Do I want to play this? No, let's go ahead and just draw a card and draw a card. Ooh, there we go. Mana Battery. Temple of Zhulong. Plays the true form. Hey, we're all dragons here now. And the true form is going to hit, let's see, Mouth of the Inferno is the highest, so it's going to hit Gold Dragon, unfortunately. But the first one gets prevented, and Zontan hits himself for 1, so Gold Dragon only takes 3. Means he might just make it through the villain turn. Okay, Tiamat plays Elemental Frenzy. God damn it. Is that a spell card? No, it's an ongoing. Okay, there's only one spell. That's nice. Oh yeah, but that plays an extra card. Well, whatever. Turn we get a environment card, and Tiamat hits the highest for 2. That's going to be Gold Dragon, prevent it, and Zontan takes nothing. Or actually, 1. Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2. That is, we'll say Tovera, actually. We want Gold Dragon taking as little damage as possible. And then we play the top card from this pile. It's Element of Fire. We knew that. Everybody take 2. You know what? I actually shouldn't have taken that last time. It's only if Mouth of the Inferno is active, which she is, which means that Tiamat's dealing the damage, I think. God, this is confusing. Okay, Tiamat's dealing the damage, which means we're all taking 2 reduced to 1. And then the hero with the most cards in play may not play cards till the start of the next villain turn. That's Kaiba, and I'm very okay with this because I was going to skip his turn anyways. And then this has been depleted, so we destroy it, play the top card of the villain deck. Ancient Ward, reduce damage dealt to heads by 1. Well, heck. That's it for the villain turn, though. Start of turn, we will bury a card to keep the Flame Blade in play, and play Dual Wield. You may use an extra power during your power phase. First power, Tovera deals a target 4 fire damage. Oh, I need to bury 2 cards so I can make this radiant damage. So we will hit Tiamat for 4 irreducible radiant damage. Power 2, Youthful Zeal. Let's discard a card. Probably, yeah, discard a card and then draw 2 cards. Oh, right, the Vorse Raider gets +2 to its next attack. All right, do you have an extra power in here, sir? Damage reduction wears off. I can put it back on, though. The answer is Golden Gale, which I usually don't ever play, but this time it will be helpful. So power number 1, we'll do the old 1-2 again. Hit Tiamat for 1 melee and 2 cold damage. Destroy Frost Imbued Orb, reducing her damage once again. Power 2, Golden Gale. Dragon, till the start of your next turn, when any hero target would be dealt exactly 1 damage, prevent that damage. Watch me forget this a whole bunch. Draw a card. Kaiba skips to draw 2. Alright, 3 radiant damage to Tiamat, 2 radiant damage to Tiamat, 1 toxic damage to each of the villain targets. Well, can't hit Mouth of the Inferno. Alright, Mouth of the Inferno goes away, Jaws of Winter comes out, put this back to full, still can't hit it. End of your turn, this card may deal a target 3 radiant damage. Let's hit Tiamat. I can discard a card to do 3 more radiant damage. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. There's a dragon in the trash. 3 more damage to Tiamat. And then the Kaiser Vorse Raider deals 2 melee damage, make that 4. Yeah, we're just going to throw all this at Tiamat. Cool. Okay, we will not destroy Los. We're still doing okay with that. Zontan plays a mana battery. Whenever Zontan would be dealt psychic damage, you may redirect it to this card. The power is play a spell. This card regains a hit point. We're going to use that. I will play Pak. Zontan deals himself 3 irreducible psychic damage. 1, 2, 3 to the mana battery. Select a villain deck. There's only 1. Cards in that deck cannot be played until the start of your next turn. So we lock that down. The mana battery heals 1. Draw a card. Wow. Master of the Temple comes out. Fun. Alright, the true form hits Golden Dragon. First one gets prevented, and Zontan deals himself 1 psychic damage, which also gets prevented, but then Gold Dragon takes 3 and switches back. And then Master of the Temple goes off. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Shuffle the environment trash into the deck, and he deals each non-environment target 1 toxic and 1 radiant damage, which means none of us take any, and that's 2 damage to Tiamat. Well, I'm okay with that. Alright, Tiamat cannot play cards. End of turn. We get an environment card. Why am I doing this? Just stack them on top of each other, goddamn. And hits the highest for 4, that is going to Tovera, but it gets prevented, and Zontan hits himself for 2 psychic damage. We'll send that to the mana battery. Jaws of Winter hits the highest for 2 cold damage, that is, again, Tovera, and that's the villain turn. Alright, I only need to spend 1 card to keep the Flame Blade in play. Let's do Blade Combo. Tovera deals a target 2 melee damage, then 2 melee damage again. Flame Blade is in play, Tovera deals the same target 1 fire damage. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're going to drop Tiamat and flip her, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, she would be defeated, so we shuffle all 3 heads, put 1 into play at random. It's Mouth of the Inferno again, and flip this card. 2 Polymorphic Worm. It's got the Grid Virus keyword, that's cool. Tiamat gains the title and keywords of the current head in play and is immune to its primary damage type, so she's not going to take that 1 fire damage. Whenever Tiamat is defeated and there is a face-down environment card in Tiamat's play area, put that card in the environment trash, restore Tiamat to 16 HP, and put a random head into play. Ah, so now we're getting extra heads, fewer environment cards. The first time a spell is played each turn, this is bad. Put the top environment card into the villain play area face down, play the top card of the villain deck. If you can't, she corrupts the internet and the heroes lose the game. Okay, so Tovera and Zontan cannot play spells. That's going to be rough. Cool, I love it. Alright, so the 1 fire damage goes there and is prevented. Power 1, Flame Blade. It's the true form for 4, and then play a card. Let's play the Vigor Amulet, draw a card, and then at the end of my turn, I can destroy this card to draw 3 cards. I think that's a good idea. Alright, that wears off. He needs a different power. How about aerial maneuvers? Ah, I need to be dragon for this. Okay, so first power, I am what I am. Switch to dragon. Second power, honestly, I feel like Golden Gale's really worth it here because there's a good chance of getting lots of 1 damage pings from the environment. Draw a card. Oh, and that wore off. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Okay, let's play another Blue Eyes. Power. We will go ahead and play this Crush Card Virus. 3 damage to Tiamat. Doesn't do any extra damage, but he also doesn't do any damage to himself. Draw a card. 3 radiant damage to Tiamat. 2 radiant damage to Tiamat. 1 toxic damage to Tiamat and the true form. 3 radiant damage to Tiamat. I'm going to discard this card to do 3 more radiant damage to Tiamat. This card deals a target 2 melee damage. That defeats Tiamat, so we discard one of those cards. Put her back up to 16. Yeah, so spells being played gets this going away. Whew. And 1 more hit of 2 radiant damage. Good turn. Alright, I can't play spells. If I do, shit goes bad. I will not destroy that card because it's been doing very nicely. Do you have anything that is not a spell? He does, actually. I'm going to play Raw Channeling. Increase psychic damage dealt to Zontan by 1. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. At the end of your turn, you may draw a card and or play a spell. I'll be using this for extra draws so I can find non-spell cards. Power. I am just going to use his base power and draw 2 cards, and then draw another card. Wow, I need more ongoing destruction. Oh, and Tiamat can play cards again, unfortunately. Ooh, Mysterious Ceremonies comes out. That's good. The true form goes after Gold Dragon. So the first hit is redirected to Zontan. He hits himself for 1 psychic damage. We'll put that on the mana battery. Second hit hits Gold Dragon. We want Kaiba Man to draw 3 cards. That would be lovely. Alright, Tiamat gets to do stuff for some reason. Element of Fire. She gets a card back. Mouth of the Inferno is not active, so the most cards in play cannot play cards. Again, that's Kaiba Man. Shocking no one. End of turn, Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2, and that is Zontan, and we prevent it, right? Yeah, because I prevented the environment damage. Okay, yeah, prevent the damage. Not cheesy at all. Start of turn, let us keep the Flame Blade in play, and actually let's go ahead and turn her fire damage into Radiant again. I like the Mage's Spear. Start of your turn, you may move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Increase damage dealt by Tovera by X till the end of your turn, where X is the number of cards moved this way. If 2 cards are moved this way, destroy this card. We'll go ahead and use its power. Tovera deals a target 2 melee damage. Discard a card from the top of your deck. Hit Tiamat with that. And power number 2, Flame Blade. Hit Tiamat for 4 irreducible radiant damage. Draw a card. Oh, I should have swapped out Mouth of the Inferno for Eye of the Storm. So that actually was played correctly. Accidentally, but correctly. Alright, Gold Dragon can do stuff. Can't do Lightning Imbued Orb, that's for sure. Let's play Aura of the Golden Dragon. When you switch to Gold Dragon's Dragon character card, he deals up to X targets 2 radiant damage each, where X is the number of your ability and relic cards in play. Power 1. 1 damage and 1 damage to Tiamat. Power 2, Golden Gale. Draw a card. Alright, Kaiba cannot play cards, so he's going to draw 2 cards. It doesn't matter if he can play cards, because he's going to deal shitloads of damage. 3 radiant damage to Tiamat, 2 radiant damage to Tiamat, 1 toxic damage to the true form, and Tiamat. We remove one of those cards, we shuffle those, and get Mouth of the Inferno back. Can't hit it. 3 radiant damage to Tiamat. I will discard a card to increase that damage. Yeah, and we'll also increase the damage dealt by Blue Eyes Shining Dragon by 1. 3 more damage to her, 2 melee damage to Tiamat, and 2 radiant damage to Tiamat. This is easy. It's not. Alright, we're not going to destroy that, and we're not going to destroy that. Let's play Reclaim Energy. I like this. Whenever a hero's ongoing card is destroyed, that hero regains 2 HP. Power is destroy a hero card, Zontan regains 2 HP. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll take out Aerial Maneuvers, because I don't need it. So Gold Dragon heals 2, Zontan heals 2, draw a card, and then draw another card. Oh, another mana battery, good. Alright, start of turn, Mysterious Ceremonies reveals a ninja, which takes out the mana battery. So it's a good thing I just got another one. And then the environment plays another Mysterious Ceremonies. Excellent, that is only good for me. Alright, the True Form goes after Zontan in this case. So the first one, he hits himself for 1 psychic damage, and then he takes 3. Sorry, he hits himself for 2 psychic damage because of raw channeling. Someone can play a card or draw 3 cards. Let's play the mana battery, just so he can fob off the damage. Who else wants to play a card? Have Gold Dragon play Lightning Imbued Orb. When he deals lightning damage, she can destroy this card to have him deal a second target X lightning damage, or X the amount of damage he dealt to the first target. Okay. That's the environment turn. Good gravy. Tiamat plays a spell, so she gets a thingy. It's Element of Lightning. Hey, Eye of the Storm is not active. It's Mouth of the Inferno right now. So the hero with the most cards in hand may not draw cards till the start of the next villain turn. That is Zontan, unfortunately. I need him to be able to draw cards. That's bad. Alright, end of turn, Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2. That is Gold Dragon or Tovera. That gets reduced by 2. Zontan hits himself for 1. We redirect that to the mana battery, which takes nothing. So if I didn't have the mana battery out, that wouldn't be working. Start of her turn, let's see. Ooh, I can only keep the Flame Blade in play. I was hoping to do some stuff. I guess we'll do that later. So let's go ahead and play Wing Shock. She deals 3 targets, 2 sonic damage each. Storm Wings is not in play, but we can hit Tiamat, we can hit the True Form, we can even hit the head for 1. There's no reason to. Power 1 Flame Blade, let's kill the True Form. There we go. That's a good idea. Power 2 Mage's Spear, hit Tiamat for 2, discard the top card of her deck, and draw a card. Alright, Gold Dragon. Let's play the Fire Imbued Orb also, so we have some options here. Okay, power number 1, the old one 2, I don't actually need to change it to lightning. We can just take her out, lose a card. This is I need environment destruction to actually make headway on this. And we swap the head out for Eye of the Storm again, restore this to 16 HP. Power number 2, Golden Gale, draw a card. Let's play a Maiden with Eyes of Blue, and then with his power, we'll go ahead and play Burst Stream of Destruction. This is exactly what I needed. Destroy an environment card. We'll take one of the ones off the stack. If there's a dragon in Kaiba's play area, there sure is. You may destroy an ongoing or environment card. I'm going to get rid of actually another environment card. Yeah, that's important. Draw a card. Okay, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon does 4 radiant damage, and then 2 radiant damage to Tiamat, and then a toxic damage to Tiamat and nothing else. 3 radiant damage to Tiamat. We will discard a card to let it do 3 more radiant damage. Force Warrior does 2 melee damage, and then 2 radiant damage. That's the last card. Do we win? Oh no, we have to defeat her one more time. That's just a countdown timer to destruction. So 16 more HP, and we win, unless of course she gets another card, which I'm certain she will. Okay, Zontan cannot do shit. We'll leave that card in play, leave that card in play. Yeah, Zontan basically just skips his turn without doing anything. Oh yeah, and I changed the head again. Back to Mouth of the Inferno. Winter is just very shy right now. Okay, start the environment turn. Now this is actually bad because if I can't put the top card into the villain play area, we lose. So that reveals a target and discards it. That reveals a resurrection ritual. Okay, somebody can play a card or draw 3 cards. Kaiba Man will draw 3 cards. Somebody can play a card or draw 3 cards. Why do I have all of his freaking human cards? Blade combo's not going to work super good. That's a spell. Do you have anything cool? Oh, we will have Kaiba play Burst Stream of Destruction again. Let's destroy an environment card, Resurrection Ritual, and then I have a dragon in my play area so I can destroy an ongoing card. Let's get rid of Ancient Ward finally. That was worthwhile. Okay, Tiamat plays a spell to no one's surprise. That's the last card out of the environment deck. Eye of the Storm is not active. The hero with the most cards in hand may not draw cards. That is still Zontan. This is a terrible game for him. End of turn, Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2. That gets prevented. Zontan hits himself for 1, redirected to the mana battery for 0. That's all he's here to do. Alright, I need 2 cards to be able to hit Tiamat, so no fun shenanigans this time. Let's play Wing Shock again. Hit Tiamat for 2, hit the mouth for 2, because why not? Power 1, Flame Blade. Hit Tiamat for 4 radiant damage. Power 2, Mage's Spear. Hit her for 2, discard the top card of the deck, draw a card. Gold Dragon. Shimmering Shatterschnot. I really cannot say that. Gold Dragon deals 3 targets 200 damage each. Let's make that lightning damage each. I will destroy this card to have him deal 2 more lightning damage to Tiamat. Power 1, the old one, 2. Hit her for 1 and 1. It's melee damage, so I can't change the type. Power 2, Golden Gale, which actually hasn't been doing anything lately, but I could kill the Poisoner. I should do that. Okay, Kaiba Man will play Kaiba Core Dual Disc Mark III. You may draw an additional card during your draw phase. Whenever damaged up by one of Kaiba's targets destroys the target, you may use the power on this card. Power is 1 non-character target in Kaiba's play area regains 2 HP. Power. Let's play a card. Oh, Full Force Virus. Kaiba deals a target 1 toxic damage. That will get rid of this environment card, meaning we can shuffle the deck and not immediately lose. That's good. Increased damage dealt by a target. Damage this way by 1 till the end of your next turn. Okay, that's not so good, but I want to flip the villain as soon as possible. Draw 2 cards. Can he power this down? First thing we're going to do is, let's see, 4 radiant damage to Tiamat. Oh, and also we should get a new head. Oh, it's Jaws of Winter. That's good. Blue Eyes White Dragon hits her for 2. Pandemic Dragon does 1 and 1 and 1. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon does 3 radiant damage. We will discard a card, do 3 more radiant damage. Kaiser Vorse Raider will take out the Apprentice Poisoner. The heroes all prevent the 1 damage because of Golden Gale, so we hit both of these for 1 toxic damage. And then Blue Eyes White Dragon wrecks Tiamat, and I think we win. I say I think because, quite frankly, I have no idea. Let's take a look at the rest of Zontan's deck. Jadark Gaumad. Ongoing limited spell. Reduce damage dealt to Zontan by 2. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. At the end of your turn, Zontan deals himself 2 irreducible psychic damage. So he takes less damage from other stuff, but he hurts himself more. Okay, Iris Spell. Zontan deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. 1 target regains 4 HP. Svent Arcanus. Spell. Destroy a number of ongoing and/or spell cards. Zontan deals himself 2 irreducible psychic damage for each non-hero card destroyed. Shockrouse. Zontan deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. Zontan deals a target 5 lightning damage. Nocta. Ongoing spell. When this card enters play, Zontan deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. Whenever an equipment card will be destroyed, you may destroy this card to prevent that destruction. Okarthel. Ongoing spell. You cannot play cards or use powers. Zontan is immune to damage. At the start of your turn, Zontan regains 5 hit points. Remove this card from the game. Binding Collar. Play this card next to another hero's character card. Once per turn, that hero would be dealt damage. Zontan may deal himself 2 irreducible psychic damage to prevent the damage. Swallow Whole. Note this is not an ongoing card, which is weird. When this card enters play, a non-character target deals Zontan X melee damage, where X is that target's current HP. Place it under this card. Power, Zontan regains 3 HP, discard a card, destroy this card. I think the effect on this is completely hilarious, and I absolutely love it. Draw from the land. Zontan regains X plus 1 HP, where X is the number of environment cards in play. Where was that when I needed it? He could have healed back to full, man. You may destroy an environment card. Protect the weak. Whenever the hero with the lowest HP would be dealt damage, you may redirect it to Zontan. Power is reduce damage dealt to another hero hero by 1 till the start of your next turn. And that is it for him. So yeah, he can hit real well, but he's actually primarily defensive, which is interesting. And the only other thing I have to comment on is this variant for Tiamat, which needs a little bit of wording tweaking, I think, because it's very unclear what you're supposed to be doing. But that's fine. We got through it. A victory against Tiamat is honestly worth celebrating. So that's going to be all for this one. If you want to see these videos recorded live, please follow me on Twitch. twitch.tv/takewalker. If you would like to have one of your decks featured on one of these videos, please visit my proofreading threads on Board Game Geek for Tabletop Simulator or Steam forums for Steam. You can find Zontan on Zontan's Custom Decks. You can find T14M4T on Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Tovera Vashini on the Tovera mod, Gold Dragon on Spooky Ghost Rider Comics, and Seto Kaiba on Mastillatane's Monstrous Menagerie. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you everybody who came to chat. It's always good to see you. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tabletop Simulator, the Revis Sentinels called in DLC, Zontan's Custom Cards, Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Tovera Vashini, Spooky Ghost Rider Comics, and Mastillatane's Monstrous Menagerie are not listed great games products. Please support the official release and flip.